Hey, it's Sarah Tugender, National Sales Manager with nutraMetrix, helping you have your most effective and efficient year with nutraMetrix. All right, the title, the 7 words to score an appointment every time. Are you ready for this? Do you know what they are? Well, I've had over 12 years of cold calling experience. I have sold advertising, I've sold real estate, I have sold fundraising solutions, I've sold people, I have sold, what else? I was a recruiter. I have worked in pharmaceutical sales. I've worked in New York City. I've worked in Boston. And now with nutraMetrix, I've been traveling the country to help you guys. And I found one phrase, one little sentence that gets me the appointment almost every time. All right, let's talk about what do I mean? How am I getting these appointments? What's the scenario right here? Well, so I like to work on referrals. So I'll start with that. So if I'm working on referrals, people will, I was just on the phone with someone today and hey Eric, how are you? And they said to me today, they said, I was talking to them, I said, this was a contact from college, and I said, I'm working in your area and I would love to get a referral for someone that you know in the healthcare industry. Described, I work with independent practitioners, or I work with consultants who are looking to do something on an independent contractor basis. And so I'm sorry, today I have my daughter, she's right below me. Maybe we'll get her on screen in a minute. But this was just so important, I had to tell you guys. So I was describing to him who I was looking to connect with. And hold on one second. This is the crazy thing about live video, is that sometimes crazy things happen. So one moment. All right, you can't touch that. Go on. No, don't touch my cord. Okay, go over and then leave it alone. So you want to say hi to my friends? You want to say hi? All right, come on. Come on. Come here, I'll show you guys why I'm so busy and why I need the appointment every time. Here she is. Here we go. You want to say hi to my friends?
Hi.
Hi, friends. So today is maybe not, told Brandy that this would go on Meet On, but it was just really important. So maybe it won't, because this is how this stay-at-home mommy likes to work. So I hope you guys forgive me. This is what life is like sometimes. So when I connect with my friend Justin with his contacts, this is right outside of New York City, what I'm going to tell him, these are the 7 words. This is what I'm going to tell his connections. I am going to be in your, I'm going to be in your area. Nope, that's 8 words. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I am going to be in, I would say I am going to be in New York City blank, like whatever day. So my 7 words are that I am going, thank you, Eric. I have to put you down, all right? Go over there. I might have to read you this later. I apologize, guys. Okay, I'm going to put you down, okay? Okay, good girl. All right, you going to stay here? Okay. So I am going to be in your area are my 7 words. I am going to be in your area. I guess it's 8 words. I'm sorry. I must have miscounted earlier. But that's what I say. I'm going to be in your area. And so I do this with referrals, and I find that I get the appointment just about every time when people know I'm going to be in your area. I'm going to be there, so I'll stop in. And this is great also. So if I like this especially on the phone. I think this works the best on the phone, because when I'm calling either to get a follow-up or when I'm calling to get an appointment, whether I've met the person, I'm following up, whatever, I'm going to be in your area. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there on Tuesday. So I'm just going to stop by. Does that work for you? I will typically know the next 2 times I'm going to be in that area. And this is something that I have done now for years. The last appointment I booked with a nurse practitioner I'm working with, I had said to her, I'm going to be in Woburn on Thursday. I have a 2 o'clock. Would it be better for us to meet before or after my 2 o'clock? And that's easy. When you give that either or choice, when it's not a yes or no answer, you'll see how great it is to be able to score these appointments. I'm going to be in your area. That's why. Maybe I said gonna. Maybe that's why. It was my poor English. I was just on the phone. We were talking about international expansion earlier, and I said to Brandy and Lexi, I said, once I master the English language, then I will go out and work in other countries. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. So for those who just tuned in and you missed Ella Bella on our call earlier. What is it? What are the 7 words? Whether you're in person and you're trying to make the follow-up, whether you're working, kind of not, yes, that makes it 7, Eric. Whether you're in person, you're trying to make a follow-up, whether you're on the phone and you're trying to make that initial appointment, that follow-up appointment, I'm gonna be in your area on what day? I'm going to be in your area. I'm going to be in your area tomorrow. I'm going to be in your area on Monday. I'm going to be in your area on Thursday. I already have it 2 o'clock. Would it be better for me to come before or after? I even, guys, do this, I'm not going to lie, if I don't actually have an appointment in that area. But if I'm like, okay, I could easily go to that area tomorrow and I could stop into some places around lunchtime or in the middle of the day, I will call and I will try to sell the appointment time. That's what the point is. It's not about necessarily selling the appointment as much it is selling that appointment time. And when you tell people, I'm going to be there anyways, it's going to be easy. I'll just stop by. I'll stop by with some information. I did this. I just reached out to a chiropractor. It's a chiropractor and a massage therapist. They own a clinic together. I reached out to them and I'm meeting with them next week, and it was the same thing. It's like, I'm 15 minutes away. I have to pick up my daughter at 2:30. Can I come at 1:30? I have an end time. I was selling that appointment time. I wasn't selling the appointment. I was just in New Jersey and I was working with some reps, and we went into a PT clinic next to a rheumatologist that we had just met with. And we walked in and we said to the front desk, I'm a consultant, I work in healthcare. But then I did something else. I name dropped the doctor that we just came from. So we just met with the doctor next door. We're putting together a program. We just want to see, tell you a little bit about what we're doing, because you might want to get looped into what we're doing. So how do we talk to the owner? And she was like, well, the owner's just in the other room on a phone call. If you just wait a minute, I'll wait till he gets off the phone. We're like, okay, sure. So we waited, we walked in, same thing that we always edify, the clinic, and we said, this is a great space, and in this area, space is at a premium. So I said, wow, you've really utilized the space around here. And he said, thank you. This is actually our satellite location. Our main location's over by the beach. We said, oh, that's great. We're just meeting next door. We're going to be back next Thursday. We'd love to come back in and book a couple minutes with you. It's been great to meet you. We didn't expect you to be here, but we're going to be back next Thursday. Would it be possible if we carve out some time with you? And in this instance, he actually isn't in that location on Thursday, so he said it would actually be better if you came in next Monday, but we sold the appointment time. We walked out and the 2 other reps said to me, they said, Sarah, you never said the name of the company. Like, why don't you say nutraMetrix? I said, honestly, I just think I forgot to say it. Because I'm so used to selling myself, branding myself as a consultant, walking in with such confidence. I totally didn't say nutraMetrix, and not even on purpose. But you know what? He never asked the name of the company. He never even asked me for a business card. He literally got out his phone. We got out our phones. We booked the appointment, and we said, great, we'll see you then. He's going to be in anyways. The other 2 NCs, they live in the area. They're going to be in the area anyways. It's exactly what the NC said. She said, I just live 15 minutes. I'm going to be around anyways. When you make this like it's so casual and you sell that appointment time, I'm telling you, you will book the appointment every single time when you're talking to the decision maker. Every single time. And you just have to have that confidence. You just have to say, okay, let me pick a time that I'm going to be in that area. Maybe it's that, this is near your dry cleaners and you know that next week you have to go pick up your dry cleaning. Or maybe you have a personal appointment. Maybe you have a hair appointment and there's been a physical therapist that's right next to your hair salon that you've been dying to get into. And you're like, well, you know what? Next week I have a hair appointment, so I'm going to be in that area anyways. So why not call ahead of time? I think doing those call aheads, if you're going to walk in or you're going to make a follow-up, are extremely successful in order to just to say this is a serious appointment. I take my time very seriously. Look, I can't even jump on and do a 10-minute live stream video with you guys without, my daughter running around. And I was book solid this morning. I'm like, I've got to get on the phone. I've got to get on Facebook, and I've got to tell the consultants, how I'm booking all these appointments and how I'm having my accountability groups book all these appointments. And so I want you to have an efficient year with nutraMetrix. I want us to just take what we're doing and let's times it by 10. Let's just 10x it, as Grant Cardone says. Let's increase what we're doing and make ourselves really efficient. And I think we can do that by just easy little word choice, by having confidence. But then I need you guys to do something. I need you to take this skill, what we just talked about right now, and I don't want you to jump on another Meet On or another audio until you try to go do it 3 times. Look, we've been on the phone now for 11 minutes. We've been here on Facebook. In this 11 minutes, if you took the next 11 minutes and you picked up the phone and you made 3 follow-up phone calls and you said, hey, doc, I'm going to be in your area, on Monday. I have a 1 o'clock. Can I meet you before or after? And I want you to report back to me and let me know how many appointments you're booking. Because I'm telling you, you are going to hands down book every single phone call. Every single phone call from now on. Yeah, thank you, Michelle. I know. It's simple because it has to be simple for me because I can't keep complicated things in my head, number 1. And number 2, I ain't got no time to fool around. Like, I need to get in. I don't want to cold call and cold call and cold call, and go out and spend all money on gas, spend money on babysitting, spend money on, being out there if I don't know that I'm going to meet with decision makers. My time is so valuable. You know what really made me realize this is JR writing or rolling out with the shopping annuity. And if you haven't gone through the shopping annuity documents, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to check this out, because when you go through the shopping annuity documents, there is this piece where he says, how much is your time worth? And when I calculated it, I was blown away. I said, I don't have time anymore to fool around. I need to connect with the people that I need to connect with, because that I need to move on. Because when I'm connecting with the people that I should be connecting with effectively and efficiently, boom, that's where I make my money. So I need to keep doing more of that and less chasing my tail, less running around. And so, I just went back to said, what would I do if I'm a sales pro? This is what I do. I spend all this time, all this money on training, on working with nutraMetrix, on learning the Market America system, and then being an expert within my major of nutraMetrix. And because of that, I know that I need to get really good at what I'm saying. And so I said, you know what? Telling people I'm going to be in the area and selling the appointment time is so much better than selling the concept, than selling individual supplements for me. Just keep moving people forward in the process. I love if you print out the practice planning guide. Once you have an account up and running, there's a whole checklist of everything that you need to do. And if you just keep moving your accounts forward. Lexi just posted about an account that's been one of her accounts for a while. And she's like, they're just not moving product. What I like is that we get paid on volume. We don't get paid on people. It does not impress me if you have 100 accounts that are in your organization if they're not selling product. And Lexi knows the same thing. And so she said, what can I do? This doesn't make any sense. I have this account. Why is this account not moving product? And so she went in, she did a lunch and learn, and she discovered a couple things. And you know what? Maybe Lexi didn't go through the practice planning guide again and say, you know what? I need to go through to make sure. Am I doing lunch and learns? Have I done a staff 1, 2, 3? Now, Lexi, if you're on, I know you're awesome, and you always do. But, you were the first to admit it in this Facebook group. Sometimes it's easier to do it for someone else than to do it for ourselves. I think a lot of self-sabotage happens. So, Michelle, you're totally right. I try to make this really simple because I want it to be such a small action item that you can take today. And it doesn't matter if you're just starting with nutraMetrix and you just came back, from training with us in Cherry Hill or St. Petersburg, or you've been with us with nutraMetrix since 2004, since the beginning. I can almost guarantee there's some people that are still in the funnel that you need to pick up the phone and talk to. You need to reconnect with, and you've got to get in front of them. And I think if you can just stop in, if you can take a play from the pharma or med device sales companies, yeah, they just stop in. But I can tell you, after doing that for years, it was nice. They paid me a base salary, so I had the time I could do it. But you guys don't have time to do that because you are paid on volume. You've got to get people to duplicate what you're doing, to move products, and that's how we're going to create the volume. Ella, no. That's how we're going to create the volume to be able to grow. All right, Ella is dying to go to the park on this. There goes my lights. Ella is dying to go to the park on this 60-degree day. Promised her we would. So we are going to sign off. You want to say bye to my friends? Want to come say bye-bye? Come on. Ella wants to say bye-bye. Tell them that we're going off to the park and say maybe we'll meet some health professionals. All right. Thank you, guys. Again, I'm Sarah Tugender. I'm the National Field Manager, and I hope this is your most effective and efficient year with nutraMetrix.